Hey guys, Foxdrop here with another live game commentary. Today we're playing as Lee Sin Jungle. I was going to do this a full AD Lee Sin Jungle, but we've actually drafted a full AD comp with Zed mid and Fura top. So it's probably not a good idea to play Lee Sin full AD with a team comp that's already full AD and pretty squishy at that. So we're not going to be doing full AD today. It's been a while though since I've done like a full Lee Sin gameplay for you guys, outside of me just doing like my Road to Masters or something. So I want to just do like a just do a Lee Sin gameplay, and hopefully you guys can watch it and learn some things, and you know, hopefully it'll be useful for you guys still. So this is a good example, or what we're going to be trying to do today is showing you an example of how to play Lee Sin, so you can consider this a bit of a guide to Lee Sin in Season 7, and also how to play with the full AD team predicament that you sometimes will find yourself in, the same one that I found myself in today. So first things first, the reason why full AD team comps are not that good is because it means if the enemy team has tanks, they can just stack armor and tank items. I don't know why I'm getting such big FPS drops either way. So they can just stack tank items and then they just stack armor, right? So that makes it really hard for you to be... It basically means that they spend like 3,000 gold to get a round wins, and then they just completely counter like 3 of you, rather than spending 3,000 gold for round wins, countering like 1 or 2 of you, but then there's at least someone else in there who can actually do some damage to that person. That's not really how it works when you're full AD. Good start from bot lane there. Now, how you play around the full AD comp here is to try and do as much as you can in the early game, because AD comps, if it goes late game, they struggle, but if it's not late game, they tend to be okay. Now, I do not want to fight a Warwick at this stage of the game, thank you very much. Warwick is actually really difficult for Lee Sin to play against. If you watch my Road to Masters, like I play Warwick as a Lee Sin counter. He's so hard to play versus as Lee Sin because you can't fight him at any stage of the game. Like, he's always stronger than you. Well, in the pure 1v1, like, he doesn't take damage from clearing the jungle, and he's yeah, he's just really strong. He's really hard to go toe to toe against. So you want to try and do stuff in the early game, but that's not always easy, not always able to do that. But either way, we won't be building any damage this game ourselves. What the hell was that? What was that? I have no idea what that was. Wait, let me just check and see if that was something I need to be afraid of here. Wait a tick. No, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. Anyway, that worries me slightly, but whatever. Let's roll with it. So yeah, fully, I'm not going to be building any damage this game, because with this team comp, like, we've already got the damage in that team comp, right? And for me to be going like even more damage, it just wouldn't make much sense. Like, we want a front line more than anything else. So, but also when you're playing Lee Sin in general, guys, you do want to make sure that you are farming as best you can. Just because as with any jungler, if you put too much focus on ganking and it doesn't work, you fall really far behind. And in the full AD situation, that's really bad. Like, you do not want to fall really far behind if you're playing this full AD. Oh, okay, I see what that is. If you're playing this full AD comp, because if you do fall behind, then you don't do well in the late game, right? So you kind of have to do well in the early game. So we're going to put some deep vision down, and then we're going to use the blast cone to gank this bot lane here. I don't think this is warded. If it were, I don't think Khan would be positioning here. Okay. Beautiful. I didn't lead with my Q there, as you saw, because I was kind of hoping maybe she'd walk into the stun or something like that. But I'm actually going to go around mid lane here and see if we can do something as well. Warwick is hard to play against this Lee Sin because you don't beat him, like, you can't fight him, but he doesn't really out pressure you in the early game, which is good. Like, he doesn't do too much to you, so that's nice. Now, I don't know if this guy's his flash, but I'm going to assume he doesn't because he's already killed Zed once. I'm going to let Zed get this kill if possible, though. Never mind. Oh, okay, I could have let him get it. I still want him to escape. But that's good. So we get a kill bot lane, we get a kill mid lane. That's all good stuff. Runes Marshals, guys, in Zed jungle. Lee Sin jungle. 80 res attack speed, Prince, army yellows, and 12-18-0 with Thunderlord's Decree. Even though I am saying I want to be a tank this game, I'm still going to be going for like the standard like core of Lee Sin. Whenever you want to like adapt your build on champions, whoever you're playing, you have to stick to your core first. That's really important. Oh shit. I need to just check something here. Sorry. So you have to stick to your core. You have to stick to your core first. So if you're playing Lee Sin, for example, and you just like skip your warrior enchant, or you skip, you go like, I don't know, Courage of the Colossus to play around your ultimate or something like that. it's not good because you may as well just not be playing Lee Sin. Like a great example of this was probably from like season 2 or season 3 or something. I had a Quinn top lane playing versus, I think it was Yasuo. I can't remember exactly who he was playing versus, but playing versus an AD top, and they were getting stomped in lane. Now, firstly, how the bloody hell a Quinn loses in lane to an AD champion? Someone uses their auto attacks. I have no idea. But either way, they were losing. So they rushed a Radwins. And it was just so terrible because then she just couldn't do anything. Like, she wasn't a tank because she's Quinn, but she couldn't do Quinn things because she had a Radwin. So it was just the worst of both worlds, you know. Holy fuck. Yo, pathing. Holy fuck. Yo, if I don't get this, I'm going to be really sad. I'm going to E-flash him here. There we go. E-flash is a slight, it's like an animation cancelling tip. Just means that the enemy doesn't have any time to react to you. So you press E and then you flash while the E is mid-animation. I shouldn't have had to use my flash there, but unfortunately, nice. Unfortunately, I think I like clicked over the wall or something, or clicked in the wall or something like that, and it made the it made my character try and run around the wall, so he turned around. So I then had to use my flash because I fucked up basically. Let's see if we can get something here though. I don't have any wards, so I'm not or my flash, so I'm not going to be able to do anything with my. I don't want to get baited here though. That's the only thing. I need to kick him just so he dies before I get ulted. Alright, shutdown, not great. We get a kill onto Zed though. That's not too bad, honestly. Not great on the shutdown though. Unfortunate. I think we were very close to just instantly killing him there, which is what I wanted to use my ulti for. Just to burst him down before he could use his ult. Sadly, it didn't work. Still, could be worse. We at least get some things out of that. And getting Zed snowballing though is actually really useful. So despite the shutdown, usually you would say overall better for the enemy team, and I think, you know, that's a good way to look at it, considering if you look at who the kills went to and stuff. A kill on Karma, kill on Zed. I think the kill on Zed is, well, kill on Zed is definitely more valuable, but it may even be more valuable than the shutdown. Just because we want to get that guy snowballing. If this Zed can like handle, I don't know how Zed is losing to Gragas, but if he can start actually being able to play versus Gragas, we're going to be in a really good spot. Press R, Vega. God damn. Alright, no ulti here, but I think we might be able to do something anyway. I'm going to lead with my nothing apparently. There we go. Good shit. Good shit. Again, you want to try and put this pressure down early so your teammates can win the early game. That's really nice as well because Gragas being dead means that Zed can just push down mid and do stuff there. Warwick is topside. Probably going to go for either the dive or my blue buff. Care. He's probably like 100% one of those two. There it is. There's the dive. Funny, I could have seen that one coming, eh? This is why putting down vision is good, but you have to also look at the vision that you put down. Now let's try and dive the vein here. We know Warwick's not around here, so there won't be anyone to counter this play. So I'm just going to ward hop in, kick her, and follow through with a Q afterwards. Boom, there it is. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. A lot of people in that situation would lead with the Q as like the gap closer, as you know, the initiation. But then, you know, what if you know, you miss that or something? What if you hit the minions? What if Vayne dodges it? Then you've not really got much follow-up, and that kind of sucks. So just ward hop in, use that as your gap closer, use that as your initiation. That's all you really got to do, and then you're sorted. You know, just you kick them, boom. All right, we went for the dragon there as well. Lee Sin as a champion is very good at taking early objectives. Ocean Dragon is not the best dragon to take. However, in the early game, it's actually really good. Before the 15-minute mark, Ocean Dragon, sorry, is the best dragon to take. So if you can get that one early, that's good shit. Obviously, if that was an Infernal, we'll be really happy there. But Ocean's fine still. Gonna go for the full clear here. I'll get level 8. My ultimate will be up relatively soon. Hopefully the Zed can start handling Gragas. He does have a Maw. He's out farming, which is nice, but he's not really able to do too much here. Like, look at this shit, man. He's getting shat on. I think he's got him though. Oh, that's a level up. That's a cheeky level up. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Missed my Q, but we got the gap closer. Good shit. Alright, let's push out this mid lane here. Why not? I might want to go topside after this one. Just a side note there, by the way, guys. It's really important when you're playing jungle to keep your eyes peeled on the minimap. Because, like, if I didn't know that player was going down there, then I wouldn't be there to counter it afterwards, right? And I'd miss all that shit. Nice. He's hugging the wall to protect the vitals. Oh, God. Nice. I'm here, though. No, he's got no mana. We can fight this one. We can fight this one for sure. I missed my Q. I missed my Q. I fucking missed my Q. I suck at this game. I suck at this game. Get him, team. Good shit. Just kite, just kite, just kite, just kite. It's fine. Keep kiting, keep kiting. Good shit. I fouled that so hard. I missed my Q, but we kept kiting. That's good shit there. That's good shit. Because you don't want to go toe to toe with a Warwick, especially when you're low on health, because he gets his passive on you, or his W passive, I guess that is. Nice. He completely fucked up like everything here, so he's dead. He's rushed the Zhonya's. Okay. Oh, a Q smite and I still hit the minion. Good stuff. On champions that are completely reliant on skill shots to get stuff going, there's always outplay potential where if they miss the skill shot, you just go in on them afterwards. So that's nice. We stay up here. We get the tower. Good shit. Good shit indeed. I should run away from here though, just in case something bad happens. Missed my Q. Not great. Karma's here. Not great. I've got my ulti. Don't think I want to chase that one though. Okay. It could be worse. Now the good thing about this game is that we are getting an advantage in the early game. Don't think she wanted to do that. We are getting an advantage in the early game, but also our AD carry is doing well. Now she should be doing well this game because she's playing Caitlyn into Vayne. She should be stomping this lane, which she kind of is. But however, you know, I said I was going to go full tank this game. I'm making an exception here. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually going for the Black Cleaver. Now this is something which, if you're ahead in the early game, well, honestly, I consider this, for me personally, when I play Lee Sin, I consider this item moderately core. Like, I buy this item a lot on Lee Sin. I really like it on him. I wouldn't say that you have to do this. Like, this is just my personal preference. Peanut, for example, does his Peanut build where he rushes Hex Drinker and then gets Dead Man's Plate and then More Man Mortis. He does that like almost every single game. Doesn't touch Black Cleaver. But I really like Black Cleaver. But outside of that, if you're on a full AD team, then having at least one Black Cleaver on your team is really useful for the team-wide armor shred. Because you're a full AD team, so everyone's going to benefit from the armor pen. Or the armor shred, I should say. So considering Zed often goes Black Cleaver, like I think I was talking to Azzo and I think he says that it's pretty much core on Zed. Like he gets it pretty much every single game. Fiora often gets it as well, but they don't have it yet, so I'm going to go for it first. And I don't think Warwick has his ultimate up, so I may be able to do something here. Kick him into my team. Where's the Zhonya's? No Zhonya's, so free kill. Good shit. And that should be Olaf going down here as well. Nice. So someone like Olaf is good like really early on into the game and then falls off later on. So Olaf should be in that point here where he starts to fall off. The early lane phase, not so much happening anymore. And Fiora starts just like popping off later on as well. So we can go for this tower here. We should leave. Caitlyn is 100% dead here. Let's go for the tower instead. Maybe dragon afterwards. It's a cloud dragon. Not a great dragon, but we can go for it. We can rotate top or we can go for dragon here. So go for top. I'll go for drag. Hopefully Warwick doesn't come down here. I'm a higher level than Warwick, but when you're only one level higher than someone, then the difference in smite is pretty negligible. It's like 50 damage. Like it's still easy for them to steal it from you, even if you're just a level higher. We'll take this and maybe go for the Vayne afterwards here. Fiora's might have been a bit of a pickle there. I don't know if Vayne's going to stay. It doesn't look like she's staying there, so... Oh, she is staying there. So we can chase her down here. We've got our ultimate now, so it should be a little easier to kill her. But we have to be careful. She's going to do some kind of crazy... attempt to crazy outplay. She's already used her condemn. The only way she was going to, like, not die here is if she condemned me into a wall and fuck me up. But she wasted her condemn. So again, we initiate with the... Whoops. We initiate with the ward hop. Or did we walk up to her or did we ward hop there? I'm not sure. Basically, you just want to like get close to them. And then use your E to slow them down. Punch them a bit. And then kick them. The closer they are to a wall, the better it is to kick them. As you saw there. Because they don't actually go... Like, they don't move very far. And it's basically... Then it just turns the kick into a stun. So that's like really good. You just turn the kick into a stun. And then it means that you can just follow with your Q afterwards. It's really easy. I might actually stay here to try and get the Vayne after. I don't know. Do I want to do this without my kick though? I can probably kill her without my kick, but this is actually going to be pretty risky. I don't know. My kick's up in like 15 seconds, so she might push out. She probably won't expect me to be here, so she might push out. I've snuck in here. She doesn't know I'm here. 10 seconds on my ulti. I'm going to ping this out because I really need this, and I want my team to know at least. If they watch me and they're like, what the fuck's this guy doing? This is what I'm doing. No! My ult is... Oh, it's coming up now. Why the fuck is she positioning like that? Okay. I think she's... If she keeps pushing here, I'd be surprised. She'll probably run away here. Karma's here now as well. God damn, imagine if I had just a tad bit more... CDR here. Imagine. God damn, that's so unfortunate. I'm tilted. I'm slightly tilted from that shit. Maybe I could have gone in on her anyway, honestly, there, but the thing is, if my ult isn't up, then it's hard to win the 1v1 against her, but it's also even harder to the extent where you don't know where the enemy team is. So it opens up that window where the enemy, like Karma, for example, who did appear there eventually, but she could just show up and like you're not around to, you don't have your ultimate to get the clean kill, suddenly it gets turned around on you really easily. Now I actually do want to group up quite hard with my team here. Split pushing this bot, defending this tower is not a bad idea at all. But ideally at this stage of the game you do want to sit with your team and just push the advantages. If you're in a full AD team, you want to try and win the early game like I was saying. But it's important as well to go for actually ending the game. And the way you end the game, you can't just like get advantages early on. You actually have to push those advantages, and the best way to do that obviously is going for objectives. And if your team's going for objectives, you want to group up with them so you can go for the objectives with your team. The worst thing to do is just to like not group with your team. Holy fuck, this champion is disgusting. It's to just not group up with your team, and then like if I'm like 7-1 and 7-1 and 5 or whatever I was before that kill, and then I'm just like split pushing bot, I'm not really doing anything with that strength, you know. It's kind of pointless. So it could be easy to... It's easy for you to just like say, oh yeah, I was 7-1, I couldn't win. Well, actually no, you just didn't help your team finish the game, did you, dickhead? Olaf actually does have a bit of armor here. We're going to shield the Veigar just to try and save him for a little bit longer. Still got my ulti just in case something happens here, because Vayne is alive here, so if we... Oh shit, Warwick is alive as well. That's not good. So yeah, we've still got a roll to make a play if need be, but... Might not need it. Baron is respawning. It's spawning soon. So we might want to look towards that. Baron is a good way to close out games. The Baron buff helping you to push, obviously. So if you can go for Baron, that's usually a good idea as well. We can start prepping for it. We actually take it quite fast because we've got a lot of damage for it. This is why I have a pink as well. So we can like de-push. Not de-push. De-ward. Sweep the vision. Zed shouldn't... Well... Honestly, we shouldn't be moving bot here at all, because if Fiora's in by herself in a lane, we should just let her do her shit. Because no one can match her 1v1, right? So she's just going to keep pushing, she's going to keep pressuring that lane, and no one's going to be able to stop her. But this is what kind of happens in solo queue. People don't necessarily know the best way to end the game. And to be honest, I'm no exception. Like, I don't want to say like I know everything. But, you know. Holy shit. Uh-oh. I'm dead. However, we get good shit bot, so that's something. But we have to be careful because we're all going to die here. So yeah, this is what happens, you know. It's not... Like, our push isn't great. Our siege isn't great. We can't really get too much done. And if we split push, it's a bit unnecessary. Don't get condemned into the inhibitor. Holy shit. But these guys are just really strong. So yeah, that works as well. We are going tanky now though, of course, by the way, guys. We'll probably... Do we want to go for Randuin's here for the Vayne? I don't know. At this stage, we can just go Dead Man's Plate. Dead Man's Plate is really good for... Like for the lane phase, Dead Man's Plate's really nice because it gives you... It's basically a bit like Moby Boots in a tank item. You move a lot faster. Like you'll see, my move speed... Well... I need the home guards to like wear down, but my move speed here, we'll see it. Okay, so I'm currently sitting at with full stacks of Dead Man's Plate, which is basically like the Moby Boot effect, yeah. 4, 6, 7 move speed. Now if I use that move speed, that's Olaf coming up here. Interesting. If I use this move speed, well, not use the move speed, use the Dead Man's effect, I go down to 447. No, that's not true. It's not 447 because that's my yeah, 400 basically. Fuck my life. He turned around to throw an axe. Okay, could have just ran mate, but that's fine. I saw Karma around here. There she is. I don't think I can get her here. Can't slow her. Fair enough. Alright, good shit. Good shit. Normally that is a good example of why you don't want to throw out your Q early. Because they can just flash it, right? Or like use the gap close or something to dodge it. However, in that situation, I was just so far away that I didn't really have a choice. So like it wasn't bad to throw it out in that situation because, oh my goodness. Nice, we shield their Caitlyn. She gets a heal as well. Gragas is dead, so we'll just go for the Karma here. We can go for Baron, honestly. We should do Baron. No, there's nothing to get pushing bot. Let's just go Baron. Nothing to get pushing bot. We could try push mid, but there's no minions here, right? Like, if this minion wave with mid was pushing really hard, we could just push mid. But I think we should go for Baron. We could push mid or go Baron. Okay, Fiora's already on Baron. That's fine. Both of these are fine options here. The reason why going for Baron is good is because we just killed 2 people, obviously. The reason why it's a bit risky is because we were kind of far away from it, so it took us a while to get here, so we didn't like start it straight away. So depending on how long it would take us to get here, etc., they could just like respawn. And on top of that as well, it's an easy steal because Warwick is still alive, so a bit risky in that sense. However, we get it, so not too bad. I always think that the chances of losing it in that situation are kind of slim, but prevalent enough that you need to be careful and probably don't want to do it. Like, it's probably too risky, honestly. Like, I'm not sure if in hindsight that was a great play, but it worked, so whatever. All right. We are nearing the end of this game now, guys. We got Baron buff. All that's left to do now is to group. We should let Fiora push in one lane because she can just destroy the split push easily. If they send loads of people for her like this, then we just push another lane. However, this is a bit of a mistake by Fiora. She tried to she's creating pressure too early here. She needs to wait before we are in position. And Caitlyn's also making a mistake by trying to go up and help her. What she should be doing is be with us here and just push this down instead of going for the plays. But she's so strong that I guess she doesn't care. Like, she shouldn't do what she's doing now. Like, that is a mistake, but she doesn't give a shit because she's so bloody strong that she's just gonna go for it, and she doesn't care basically. I want to stand in between. Nice. I was gonna say stand in between Zed and Warwick so he can't ult Zed there, but that's it, guys. That's how you play with a full AD team. I want to say, even though our bot lane was winning this game, which is expected because it's Caitlyn's Vayne, mid lane lost, which is, well, I should say bot lane winning for us is expected. I would say that's countered by a top lane losing because that is also expected, right? Olaf early game should really beat the Fiora, so that's like, they kind of cancel each other out. So then you see the Zed in mid lane losing to Gragas, AP Gragas. That is not what should happen. No way should that happen. So In fact, I will say in the lane phase we got unlucky there. But we still won because we played smart enough, and that's how you play a full AD team, and that's how you play Lee Sin as well. So I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, guys. Cheeky thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to me for more little Legends content. You can find me on Facebook, on Twitter, and catch me streaming at twitch.tv/Foxdrop. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good day, and I will see you in mornings.